Hello everyone and welcome to one of my new videos. Today we're going to try to beat Saints Row 2 with no elims. This is the third episode of this series, and just to let you guys know, the elims are counted using the stats screen on the pause menu or the respect stars. This one's a pretty crazy episode with lots of effort, so I'm not going to let you wait. Just enjoy the video. Now this first mission here is called Veteran Child. It's pretty much a boss fight where you have to defeat Veteran Child after he kidnaps Shandi. And right here, you have to first go into this first bar and defeat all the enemies. And by the way, this is not where he's at, so this is just the first stage of this mission. For the end here, we gotta make her get the better gun from this guy, because we need it for the next part of this mission. So for this next part, gotta go into this other bar where he's actually at. Coming in from the back. It seemed a bit faster to get in at least. So now for this actual boss fight, my strat was just to wait for this guy to off my homie and then make her do the damage. This was a bit different than normal because I also had to protect Shandi. I didn't really know how to do that at this point, so I was just trying to keep this run as fast as possible, throw the flashbang as soon as she's downed to make sure that Shandi does not take any unnecessary damage. This first run right here looked pretty promising. I mean, I did over half of his damage. Or not me, but my homie. And it was looking pretty good, you know? I wasn't really doing anything special. Didn't look that hard, but it wasn't enough. So I had to go for another one. For this one, I did pretty much the same thing. This time, she was taking more damage though. And on top of that, I was getting a lot of beatdown kills for no reason, unnecessarily. And these, of course, counted towards my kill count. So, of course, I needed to keep that down low instead of trying to... I only noticed it then, actually. For this one, pretty much the same. Nothing different. But this one were really bad. A lot of damage to Shandi, not really any damage to Veteran Child. Pretty much knew I had to reset from the beginning, but I just wanted to try to make sure that I wasn't going to get a 1 in a million right in this part. Trying to stall him a bit. That's where I found out about the stalling and stuff, where it could stand in between Veteran Child and Shandi to get a little bit more time for the homie to shoot, because VC is immune to all damage when he's in human shield mode. So pretty much what I had to do was keep him away from that mode as long as possible, and I could do that by standing in the middle. Would extend the time a little bit, would make the run a little bit easier. But for these, it's pretty hopeless. Pretty much, the glitch was happening too often where VC would just shoot him for no reason, like shoot Shandi. Here was the actual run. Fun fact, this is actually way after the other ones. I'd actually completed this mission and pretty much completed it with 1 assisted kill, because I had done most of the damage to Veteran Child myself, because I was pretty much tired of it. But I went back to it for mission replay. This is pretty much the run I got from that. And as you can see, or as you saw, that first stall was kind of insane. Stalled them by a lot. This one was not so good. And as you can also see, this is in like 30 FPS. So it's looking kind of slow right now. And this was because the game is used to run at 30 FPS. It's pretty much the optimal frame rate. I was hoping that there would be less glitches with 30 FPS. But I don't know if I'm right or not. But I was feeling like there was maybe slightly less glitches than running it at the regular frame rate that I run it at. And, you know, here is going pretty well. Better than any of the other runs I've done at least. It's actually ahead in Veteran Child damage. And, you know, the different thing I was doing here was that I was being a lot more optimized. Of course, I made this guy get the SMG instead of the AR in the previous section. This helped a lot with the accuracy of the weapon, even though the damage was a little bit lower. It did make sure that I was doing a lot more consistent damage every time I was getting the flashbangs off. It was making my runs a lot more consistent in terms of damage. Here, this stall was really good. Even though it did do some damage to Shandi, I think it was still a really good stall, because it did reduce the amount of damage needed to kill Veteran Child. Here, trying to keep it away from the other members so that they wouldn't get any beatdown kills done on them. Yeah, this stall was gonna be good, but for some reason stood in front of him. just grabbed them through me. Right here I wanted to wait a little bit to just heal. I mean, waiting didn't really do anything because, I mean, she was getting some damage, but not really that much from just standing there, because there was no one to shoot for veteran child. This stall was pretty good as well for the damage, but for some reason Shandy took some as well. I don't really know why. It's pretty much it's a pretty bug mission. I think the intention is that you just kill him right away or something like that. I mean, this part was pretty helpful as well. Just stood there taking damage. Pretty nice for me, at least. Yeah, this flashbang location was pretty good as well. Let me do a lot of damage to him. Right here, throwing out the flashbang. For some reason, he runs straight at it. The other zombie member. It's almost like they want to get flashbang, but I mean, he was almost done right now. I was feeling pretty good, but I didn't want to finish it off right away because look at all these members. I could get a beat down from this, actually. I did not want to risk that. So I wanted to wait for the lock-on to take effect, for them to lock on to me, and then for the middle part to be open so that I could get the kill nice and easy. And thankfully this was exactly what happened, so I could just throw a flashbang here, revive my teammate, or my homie, and then just let him get the kill. It was done like that. I mean, you don't know how happy I was for that, because that was ridiculously hard. Now for this other one. It's a Stillwater University. It's a stronghold, I think. Yeah, it's a stronghold. And this strat, I mean, it was filmed before, but it was way easier than the other one, at least. I was just taking a little smoke break because it was that easy. After doing this part, I had to go to the university itself. And as you can see on the minimap, there's like tons of enemies in there. It was pretty hard to I mean, the amount of enemies made this way harder than it needed to be. But it was overall way easier than the boss fight, I'd say. And especially in the second floor, there was way too much people. Like, there was way too many people to just stay there. You had to really do some teamwork with your homie. Watching here, I need to watch for the stats here because there are a lot of NPCs that just roam around. And walking over them can actually do enough damage to get a kill there. It's pretty stupid in my opinion, but I mean, what counts counts. The stats panel shows that it's pretty much confirmed kill. It was pretty tedious, but I wouldn't say this was hard, really. I'm not going to spend that much time showing this footage. The hardest part was pretty much just surviving at this point. And you know, I finally got a run where she didn't get human shielded that many times. She was like fine with that. And I could actually get kills without any problems. Eventually it came to that point. You know, she was doing a pretty good job here. Just had to wait for a minute while she got all the kills. Upstairs, not really much different. She had defeated a lot of the enemies right here. And for some reason I was risking it for no reason. I was taking too much damage and stuff, but like there's just one enemy here for the last one. Just took him out pretty easily. And that was that. For this last part, there's a little pushback. Just got a call randomly. And even these have to be done without kills, so it's part of the strat, you know. I mean, it's part of the run. It was done pretty easily, so I'm not gonna cover that much. And for this episode, that was it. So really hope you liked the video, guys. Put a lot of effort into this episode, and it was pretty hard to do some of the parts. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe for more of these videos, and see you soon.